India, the country with horrifying street food. Hello everyone, welcome to the 5-Minute Discovery channel. India, a country not only famous for its natural beauty and diverse culture, but also a paradise of rich street food. Each dish has a unique flavor, from the hot banana bread to the fragrant large pot curries. Each dish is a work of culinary art. However, this is not without controversy. Food hygiene and safety are always the focus, as the way of processing and using spices can make a big difference in the feel of the dish. Some people question the cleanliness of the ingredients and preparation methods, while others find each taste interesting and unique. Spices are the secret to helping India gradually become a culinary kingdom, not only captivating the hearts of the people here but also attracting attention and discovery from other cultures, including all of Europe. Thanks to delicate preparations and the harmonious use of spices, European explorers discovered a new world, where every dish is a story about sweet, spicy, and sour flavors. Salty and bitter of India. Join me in the story of India, where the sweetness of life and the diversity of cuisine converge into a vivid, attractive and colorful picture. When entering the story, remember to like and subscribe to the channel to support me. Now let's go explore. India, a colorful and culturally rich country, stands out with the 7th largest area in the world and a population exceeding 1.4 billion people, surpassing that of China. This is the homeland of 4 of the world's largest religions, a place closely associated with Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism and Shintoism. India is not only famous for its cultural prowess but is also a nuclear power, with the world's 3rd largest army and formidable military power. However, the country still faces many development challenges, from high poverty rates to fragmentation and corruption. While India is a place where diverse and unique cuisine flourishes, each dish is imbued with cultural imprints, from the way it is prepared to the use of spices. However, not everyone agrees on the issue of food hygiene, making the debate on social networks increasingly heated. Besides attractive and unique dishes, India is also home to special religious rituals, such as mortification rituals or head shaving ceremonies for devotion and thanksgiving. This further highlights the cultural richness and diversity in this country. With its unique characteristics and charm, India is not only an enchanting culture but also a colorful culinary world, and our story today concerns the topic of Indian cuisine. Question whether Indian food is so unhygienic and how India has become a spice powerhouse. First, it must be affirmed that the magical connection between India and the world, a story of trade routes and spices that changed the map and history of mankind. When European traders began looking for a sea route to India, they were not just looking for spices and pepper, but also opening a new chapter in history. Christopher Columbus, when he discovered America, even believed it was India. This led to the indigenous peoples of America being called Indians. India, a country famous for its richness in spices, is truly a destination for the world's most precious spices. However, not all of its culinary ingredients originate here. Potatoes, tomatoes, and chili peppers, common ingredients in Indian cuisine, were all brought from the Americas by the Portuguese. Refined sugar was also brought into India, replacing the previous sweetness of fruit and honey. Even saffron, which symbolizes its bright yellow color in Indian dishes, is not native to this country, but was brought by traders from Greece, Arabia and Rome. With the delicate combination of ingredients from around the world, Indian cuisine is not only a cultural feature but also a story of cultural connection and exchange on a global scale. Let's listen together and discover more about the magical stories of this tropical country, where every dish is a work of art, imbued with a unique identity and flavor. If you often watch videos about Indian cuisine, you see that the unique characteristics of Indian cuisine, where preparing food in a paste, puree or smooth form has become a refined culinary art. Economical and rich. Indians have a belief that eating food in gelatinous form provides a better taste experience. This is not only to make the food softer and easier to chew, but also because they believe that the process of pureeing the ingredients helps the body absorb nutrients better. For example, in Indian curries, spices and vegetables are often ground into a puree before cooking, creating a rich and smooth flavor. Indian eating habits, which frequently use fingers to eat, also have a significant influence on food preparation. Eating in slurry form makes eating with their hands easier, allowing them to better feel the natural taste and aroma of each dish. With these characteristics, Indian cuisine is not only a cultural feature but also a creative art, combining special ingredients and processing methods. Let's enjoy and discover more about the richness and sharpness of this cuisine, where every bite contains the story and soul of the people of this country. Let's dive into the special culinary culture of India, where eating is not only a physiological act but also imbued with spiritual values and respect for the gods. Indians have a special eating habit. They prefer to eat directly with their hands because they believe that food is a gift from the Almighty, and using bare hands to accept food is their way of expressing themselves. Reverence and gratitude. Before sitting at the dining table, washing your hands is the first step, not only to ensure hygiene but also to respect your dining companions. They use their right hand to pick up food, because the right hand is considered sacred and pure, while the left hand often has negative connotations. Each dish is prepared with care and dedication, and when eating, Indians usually do not bite too large of food, but instead drop small pieces into their mouths to avoid falling or losing the taste. Meticulous in preparation. Another special thing is that they should not lick their fingers, an action considered uncivilized. In addition, India is also the country with the most populous Hindu population in the world, with special reverence for cows as a sacred mascot. Because cows are considered sacred, Indians do not eat beef and consider this an offense against their gods and mascots. With deep spiritual values and respect for food and animals, Indian cuisine is not only a cultural feature but also a way of life, a traditional philosophy to be proud of and preserved. Through each generation, let's discover more about the magic and depth of this special cuisine, where every meal is an emotional and spiritual experience. The mystery and power of typical spices bear the mark of India, where spices are not only an ingredient in cuisine but also an indispensable part of the people's lifestyle and culture. This clan, Indians, with their passion and deep understanding of spices, have turned this country into a powerhouse of spices. Every Indian dish, from simple to complex, has a unique flavor thanks to the delicate combination of spices such as pepper, cinnamon leaves, cloves, turmeric, and coriander, and countless other types. Among those spices, pepper stands out as a symbol of wealth and power. Pepper is not only an ingredient in the kitchen but also one of the important items in international trade, once changing the world map with wars and fierce trade competitions. The importance of pepper has spread to all areas of life, from cooking to medicine and even in the creation of herbal medicines. With the appeal and power of these spices, India rose as the center of the world's spice industry, attracting the attention and exploration of traders and explorers from all over. In the world, stories about pepper and other spices are not only about cuisine but also about the power of culture and history, making us endlessly surprised and eager to discover more about culinary culture. India's depth. Pepper, the king of spices, was once a precious commodity and served as currency in trade transactions between the East and West since the Middle Ages. At those times, pepper was not simply a spice but also a symbol of wealth and power, called black gold, because of its high value and difficulty of access by ordinary people. If we look back in the past, before refrigerators, preserving food was a big challenge. Spices, like pepper, not only help preserve foods but also add to their flavor and nutritional value. Pepper is believed to have originated from Kerala, a region in western India where the climate is very favorable for the growth of pepper plants. In India, pepper is not simply a spice but also plays an important role in cooking and medicine. In particular, black pepper is highly valued for its importance, not only in cuisine but also in traditional Indian medicinal applications. Although no longer the world's largest producer, Kerala still maintains its reputation for having a suitable climate for pepper to grow. The story of when Indian lords responded to European demands bringing a pepper plant home to make sesame seeds shows care and pampering for this plant. The Indian king understood that if the pepper plant was taken to Europe without a suitable climate, it would not survive. This shows vigilance and deep concern for the position and value of pepper in Indian culture and economy. The next interesting fact about Indian cuisine is coffee. Coffee was once a foreign concept to the people of India, with its appearance only from the 16th century onwards. Therefore, Indians have tended to enjoy many different types of tea, each with its own unique way of preparing and enjoying it. The British, when coming to India, also received a deep impression of the taste of tea from this country, as well as from Sri Lanka. They brought tea to Europe, helping to spread it globally. One of the famous Indian street foods not only locally but also around the world is panipuri, or literally water bread. This is a popular dish in the afternoon and evening, often as part of a snack. Panipuri is made with round, thin and hollow cakes, prepared at home and then sold. When serving, the seller will use his finger to make a small hole in the cake, then stuff it with filling and pour in the sauce. The variety in how to make and serve panipuri is the attraction of this dish. Each region, even each restaurant selling panipuri, has its own way of making and flavor. This creates the uniqueness and richness of Indian street food. Have you ever tried the flavors of Indian dishes? How do you feel about these special dishes, especially street foods? Please leave your comments below in the comments section. This is the end of the video. If you find it interesting, remember to like and subscribe to the channel to support me. Hello and see you again.